Hi everyone, it's Connor here from Durham Hearing Specialists. I hope you're doing well and welcome to another video. We've got here quite a nice case of earwax removal. This is pretty much the deepest that you can get a plug. So this very dark earwax is right up against the eardrum and it's been pushed down there by a cotton bud basically. So the job here is to very gently peel this wax and dead skin away from the drum without putting obviously too much inward pressure on the drum. So this is a very delicate procedure, but thankfully this patient has beautifully large ear canals. So plenty of working room, easy to maneuver, easy to see what you're doing. And if you've watched some other videos on this channel where I'm taking things away from the drum, it is often really, really awkward. It may not appear that way on the video, but it is often just a complete nightmare to sometimes get the right angle and to not hurt the patient and so on and so forth. But I mean here, I've got plenty of room to work. Just applied some olive oil just to give me a bit of purchase here, and we're starting to see some movement on this plug. Now, you may be thinking at this point, well, obviously the patient has shoved a cotton bud such that he shoved it right in until he's obviously felt resistance. So obviously it's somewhat dangerous to shove wax that far down against the drum. But you may be thinking, well, why hasn't the drum perforated, or why don't we see any bleeding, anything like that? So you can just see the top right there, that grey skin, that's the eardrum. And probably the likelihood is that the patient, two reasons, probably when he felt discomfort and resistance, he probably stopped. There you can see just peeling away from the eardrum now. But also the eardrum is more strong than you think. So although it should definitely not be jabbed or manipulated in any way, it is slightly stronger than you think, and that's because it has a middle layer of connective tissue. Well, that middle layer is actually in two segments. So what you have is one layer of connective tissue where the collagen fibers, collagen being very strong fibers made out of protein, goes kind of in circles, and then the other layer goes out like that, sort of like it looks like a spider's web basically. So these two layers together are constructed like a spider's web, and this middle layer of connective tissue of collagen fibers and elastic fibers give the eardrum lots of strength. So whenever you see me kind of down here working near the eardrum, as long as you've got a steady hand, you should be absolutely fine. So again, you can see just how the olive oil has made such a huge difference. It allows me to go in with the suction probe and just peel things away with minimal effort. So, thankfully there were no adherences to the drum necessarily. It was all just kind of loose and ready to come away. But